Alright, so I'm live. Basically, I'm doing this live video, because I'm going fishing in the morning. So I'm gonna do, last weekend I did, the, same thing, setting up all my stuff. And so I'm gonna kind of do that same thing. It's just, just have a little fun, answer some questions if any of you ask any. I don't know if anybody's gonna even watch this afterwards, of course, but, um, basically, I'm gonna be just taking my bait caster and my well, I cannot tangle everything. Okay, I'm gonna be taking my bait caster and my spinning rod. Which last time I broke off on this right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a different catfish rig on it, and we're gonna put a top water on my bait caster because I'm going pretty early in the morning. So I've never caught a fish on a top water, if any of you don't know. So I've tried top waters, all that, but probably gonna be throwing a buzz bait. I really gotta see what I have. I don't have much. I have a hula popper, buzz bait. That's about it. Hula popper and a buzz bait. Like I said, I don't have much, but let me make sure I get this out of the camera. That actually looks pretty good right there for my top water buzz bait. We'll try it. I mean, like I said, I've not really had much luck with this sort of thing, but we gonna try it. Hopefully we can get something done because this is like just like a cheat, I'm assuming, but we're gonna try it. So let me get my. I got two bags here. One is what I take, and one is like for small trips. If you don't know what these are, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you need a pair because, or what do you call them? Nail clippers will work just as good, but these are like specifically designed for fishing line stuff. So easy as that, comes right off. What am I fishing for? I'm fishing for well, of course, I'm going to start out with my buzz bait, so I'm starting out with bass, and then probably, usually what we do is we circle the pond a couple times for bass. Like I'll probably go around with this and then put on some type of worm, like a Texas rig, and then I'll go around and that. Of course, if I'm getting bites and I'm catching fish, then I'll probably keep going around the pond. But once the down, what I do is I'll throw my catfish rod out, and then we'll use I use a little ultralight with either just a little jig head and a piece of hot dog, or we'll use a jig head and these little triple ripples is what they're called. Let me see if I can get one out. They're basically just these little tiny grubs, but they got three tails, and the three tails just spin like that basically. So they really effective. But we caught crappie, big old bluegill. It just depends, but you can see that three tails. That's why they called what are they called? Triple ripples. Triple ripples is what they're called. So that's a black and blue, and then a chartreuse. So I actually don't have my ultralight because if you watch some of my later videos, I actually broke my ultralight. So I'm actually using my pastor's rod that he uses. I'm kind of looking towards this now. I got these Yama frogs. Is that a top? It's a top water. I'm pretty sure, like a buzz frog or something. I may try it. I'm gonna start out with the buzz bait, and then I'll try this. So let me make sure I put that in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie on this buzz bait real quick, and then let me get my odor box out. I got too much mess to handle. There we go. Okay. So this is what, if you watch my last video, I actually was using that right there for sight fishing bass, flipping in their beds. These are little bass. This pond is like got a bunch of little bass. I'm sure there's big ones in it, but they're just not as there's just not as many of them as there is the little ones. So what I do with my clippers? See, this is how much stuff I have. All loose stuff. Oh, there you go. Simple as that. It's easy. Clippers work great. I have to remember those. Okay, one sec. I'm not leaving. Okay, there's my weight. So I've only got 3 bullet weights left, so I'm gonna be careful with those. Alright, so for my knot, I don't know if a lot of y'all use this, but I use a crap. What is it called? Palmer knot. That's right, Palmer. Can't remember. I either use a Palmer knot or for my smaller baits, I'll use a improved clinch knot. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's set this up. No dog. My dog's trying to get it. Alright. Okay, so try the buzz bait in the morning. And even if I get blow ups on top, I don't know if I'm gonna like get one because I'm not really sure how to use top waters. But I've used the buzz bait before. Somebody showed me how to use the buzz bait, so should be able to figure it out. But so I'm gonna bring. I have a few baits in here. I'm gonna bring these Yama frogs just in case I decide to use those for plastic. This is my plastic. So then I'll bring in my brush hogs. Then I've got these bruiser baits. It's kind of stick worms like Cinco's. I got those out of my mystery tackle box. Let's get one more bait to bring. I'm gonna go with. I've been wanting to try these. These are Vicious Ultimate Worm. They're an 8-inch, and this is just a 5-pack. Again, mystery tackle box. So I'll bring those. So now I need to set up my catfish rod. So my catfish, I just use a basic, I forget what it's called, but basically it's an egg sinker, a swivel, about 12 inches of line, a foot, and then my hook, which I'm using circle hooks, because there's some pretty big fish in this pond. So let me go ahead and cut this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off about a foot of this to use for my leader. I haven't really ever experimented with like leaders and stuff. But I just used the line that I already have. So anyway, that's what I do. But and it's never really failed for me, so that's a good thing. So I put an egg sinker on the line. Wish I had some more beads, but I don't. It's alright. It'll do. Alright, so then I'm going to tie another Palomar knot for my swivel. That one's being a booger. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, there's that. Not really much tagline to cut into that good. Alright, so hopefully the weight won't mess that up. So there's that with my swivel. So then I'll tie improved clinch to my swivel with my leader line. So you make a loop basically, twist it probably 5 to 6 times, and you take and run your tag end back through. You pull the tag in tight, and you pull your other end tight. I'm going to do that again. I always do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure it's on there good. Alright, so pull that, and then pull this tight. There we go. And that's not coming off. I didn't waste much line either. That's good. Okay. Hopefully that ain't gonna slip. Then we'll tie another Palomar knot to my hook. And that should be just enough line. I'm using these, they're kind of big, but I'm using these 5/0 circle hooks. But they're the only thing I got, and they worked last time I was there, so shouldn't be a problem. Okay. There we go. That's a perfect amount right there. And we're going to be using hot dogs as bait. That's what I always use, and usually we catch at least one. I know, at least one. But oh, so this is 12-pound line too. I guess I didn't mention that, but drag set pretty good actually. All right. So I got those two set up, which is all I'm setting up. So this is gonna be a pretty short video, but I got my fly kit and all this in here, so I'm gonna make sure I have all my bass stuff that I need in here real quick. But I know this is short, but really there's nothing else to do, so that's a good thing, I guess. So in here I've got in my middle pouch, in this bag I've got my scale, some scissors, and then my little cutters. Figure out what that's for. There's a little, see if I can see that. It's like a little needle point for, I wonder if it's for like, you know those, some of those hooks that have like paint. I wonder if it's set for that. That don't seem right though. It's odd. I had to look it up. Alright, so I got that stuff, I got my bass stuff. And otherwise my buddy who's going with me, he was in the last video also. We were just like, we had so much fun last week. We were like, let's just do it again. We ain't got nothing else to do. So I got that. There's my Cabela's bag, and then my 2 rods, and so that's good. We're good to go. That's pretty much it. I mean, this is all I wanted to do, and I know I don't have the background. Sorry for the messy background. This is just kind of, I wanted to do it real quick, but yeah. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna be going. Actually, like when I say early, we're probably leaving the house at like 6. So right at here in Tennessee, right at sunrise. So it should be. I gotta check that too, but it should be good for top water. It's actually supposed to be a little chilly, so I don't know about top water. I might switch to like if they don't hit on top water or anything, I'll probably just go straight to my Texas rig because that's what always works for me. And yeah, so I used just a bullet weight, offset hook, and then I used some sort of worm, and I used 3/0 hooks, and I'll just use that for any sort of worm. If it's a 6-inch worm, I mean, hey, it's good. And then I've also got some 5/0s if I do end up using those 8-inch worms, because it's a little big. But yeah, so the bass there at this pond are pretty much spawn to pre-spawn. I'm not sure. Last time, actually a couple of weeks ago, which was like 2 weeks ago, they were on beds, and I was trying to catch them on beds, and I actually caught one, but it was actually the male, and he came off when I was trying to lift him up, and then I seen the female, and they just wouldn't touch it anymore. I switched up worms and everything. I guess they saw me or whatever, but yeah. So we're gonna try to catch some bass. If the bass don't hit, we're gonna try to catch some catfish. If the catfish don't hit, hopefully we'll catch some bluegill. I mean, it just depends. This pond is usually either all or nothing. Like sometimes you'll catch all the fish in the world, or sometimes you'll catch 1 or 2. Like I've been there one day and we caught 1 bass, 1 catfish, and then we caught we caught a bunch of bluegill. Usually the bluegill are gonna bite no matter what, but we're talking like fish, not little like dinks or whatever, bait. The last time we went, I caught a small bluegill, and I actually just hooked it through the tail, and threw it out there, and nothing ever hit it. So I guess their main food source isn't bluegill. It's probably something different. I mean, it's probably bluegill, but I guess it was just the way I was throwing it and stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I know this is just on the fly video. I just like to see what you guys like, because this is be my second live stream, so hopefully y'all like it. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the morning, or actually the video will probably be uploaded tomorrow afternoon. And if we don't catch nothing, then you're probably not going to see a video at all. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. But yes, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.